I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but TikTok has its claws in me. There are 3 reasons for this. 1, Bistro Honey. I just discovered it. I get giddy when they post a new episode. It reminds me of the character sketches I used to do.
Double pain, which is what I feel when I have to look at her nerd ass get dunked on. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
No, I also love seeing people collect stuff, and I'm gonna make another second channel video all about that. But the main thing I'm obsessed with is the genre Roll 4.
That's it. The best part.
Welcome to the second channel. Over on my main channel, Athena P, we look way too deep at nostalgic media. But here, it's a crapshoot. Roll 4 is when you take D&D dice and let them decide what you're going to put in or on whatever you're creating.
Sandwich.
Roll for Sandwich is the best place to start because this is what started this whole genre. And it's kind of perfect for crafting a sandwich. It's very straightforward. You got bread, you got main, cheese, roughage, which would be like celery or onions or scallions, wild magic, which is where it can really go to shit. I've seen a sandwich with cotton candy on it.
That's not how God intended to make a sandwich.
And then finally we have sauce.
It's a big bottle of sauce.
I even got Adventures in Ardia's favorite sauce, Kewpie Mayo. I can't wait to try it. The real magic of this series is that it's a game of chance. Sometimes he's gonna have really good sandwiches. Sometimes they're gonna be absolute shit. Sometimes just so-so. Seeing his reactions, ratings, and the creative names he comes up with is always a real treat. And this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Just because it's a game of luck doesn't mean there isn't creativity. Recently, he did a roll for sandwich at the Renaissance Fair, where he only used ingredients he could find. He did a big fast food episode. And for episode 100, each roll for each ingredient, he'd have to use the ingredient rolled in the episode number he rolled. It sounds confusing, but when you watch him do it, he does this with so much ease and it's so much fun. And it really adds a new layer to the format he created. He also recently introduced spells. He can toast bread. He can replace an ingredient. He only has a limited amount of these in each season. And recently he rolled a curse where he can't use any of his spells. Obviously, Roll for Sandwich is one of my favorites, not only because it's super fun, but like I said before, Adventures in Ardia started this whole series. This whole new genre. I'm gonna link all the channels and TikToks below. Most of them have YouTubes, so you'll be able to watch this series on YouTube as well. I've just recently realized that most of my subscribers don't have TikToks. Oh, how I envy you. But I don't fully envy you because this is such a treat. What I'm talking about today is S-tier TikTok.
Cereal and milk. Cereal and milk.
Next up, I'm going to be talking about Roll for Cereal by Serial Time TV. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I am ashamed of my split-second judgment because when this came up on my For You page and I heard, "What's up, cereal heads?" another episode of Roll for Cereal, I was like, how many things can you roll for? There's milk and there's cereal, and that's it. I was a fool! I was a fool! First, he rolls for bowls, and these are some of the funkiest bowls I've ever seen. I want this spilt milk bowl so badly. I don't even eat cereal that much, but I love it. Next up, we have cereal. His D1, which he hates the most, is Magic Cereal, and I was immediately like, because I did a sponsorship from them, and I really liked them, but I'm not a cereal connoisseur or anything. He doesn't like the texture. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I've had people comment, "You've sold out because you must really not like the cereal." I did. I know that a lot of people don't, but I did. And his D20 is Dealer's Choice. I know his favorite, I think, is Captain Crunch, which is an S-tier cereal, I must say. I think my favorite of all time is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, me personally. He used to roll for Spoon. He doesn't do that anymore. We move on to 2 wildcard rolls. There are normal options like raspberries, almonds, but if he rolls a low number, he can get jerky or onions. Have you ever put that in your cereal? No! In the wild card roll, you can also get a prize inside. He created these cards with different cereal mascots, and depending on which one he gets, it can affect the next episode. So one time I saw he can only eat a spoonful of cereal. I saw one where he can re-roll 1 result. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but this just gives you more of a reason to watch the series. It's so good. Then, of course, we have Milk, and then my favorite part, he rolls to see if he'll be listening to tunes or watching cartoons. And whichever one he rolls, he gives us a little breakdown of the music or show. I think my favorite part of Roll for Cereal is how knowledgeable he is about everything. I love seeing the cereal box wall, having a breakdown of when these cereals came out. I learned about cereals I've never even heard of before. Like, have you ever heard of Marinella's Gansito cereal? I haven't, but now that I have, I really want to try it. Serial Time TV has other series, like After These Messages, where we watch cereal commercials, and Behind the Box, when we got to see different sweepstakes and giveaway. Sweepstakes? sweepskates, contests on the back of cereal boxes. Highly recommend you check it out. I know this is counterproductive to me as a content creator. I know a lot of content creators that gatekeep what they watch because they want their audience to only watch them. But that's fucking bullshit. I want you guys to have as much fun on here as I do. Speaking of, next up we have Roll for Puppet. Yeah, the Roll for genre doesn't just include foods. I even got my own Roll for Puppet. Let me grab him. Roll for Puppet is a series by Furry Fingers, who now has their own shop in the UK. I totally want to visit. As you can tell by my accent, I'm not from the UK. Watch yourself. This right here is Bullywog. I also got a puppet for my sister. Aww. And both of the puppets we got from Roll for Puppet, they were already rolled. I met him in a video already, and when I saw he was for sale, I bought him. But you can also buy puppets that are rolled. You know, you don't know what you're getting until you see the video and it's shipped to you. But as soon as I saw him, I just love him. He's so much fun. I'll never forget during my wedding when I wanted to show him to one of my friends and I forgot she was scared of puppets. I completely forgot that. I also had a blast with him during my Miss Piggy video where he starred in a music video. Filmed that high as shit, by the way.
Make him look at the camera.
Yeah. Did you guys not know that? The scene where he had to blow smoke, that was me. He can't smoke, he's straight edge. I can talk about this lad all day, but we gotta talk about the Roll for Puppet series. Another one of my favorites. I'm gonna be saying that a lot. Furry Fingers also made this sandwich puppet for Roll for Sandwich. It's so cool. All her puppets are the best. The different rolls in Roll for Puppet are head shape, colors, features. One of my favorite things they do is they have this chaos dice that decides the personality. They can be evil, they can be an academic. That really decides the vibe of the puppet. Roll for Puppet also has a bit of its own lore. They have different creatures. I'll show you some right now. And let me tell you something, Roll for Puppet is underrated as fuck. They should have millions of followers. I have an internal battle with myself every day because I want to buy another puppet. I love them so much. Roll for Barbecue, you already know what I'm gonna say, one of my all-time favorites. Because there's so many different ways it can go. There's different types of meat, seafood. I've seen them make vegetarian options. Roll for Meat is the first roll. And then depending on what meat, we go on to another list. So like if it's pork, you gotta see if it's loins or chops. This series obviously isn't for the queasy or for the vegetarians because we see raw meat get prepared. Another thing I love that Roll for Barbecue does is they include clips, like little meme clips. It's edited more like a YouTube video. We see what binder, what sauces, what barbecue, because he has multiple barbecues. And I didn't realize this until I started watching him, but the type of wood you cook it on can affect the flavor. Roll for Barbecue is made by Michigan barbecue addicts. They just had a live Roll for Barbecue, and I wish I could drive out to Michigan. I'm so jealous of all the people who could witness this greatness. Michigan barbecue addicts also do a lot of recipes. I think at some point they might put out a cookbook. I'm predicting it. I hope so. I'm manifesting that for them. Mr. Barbecue and Mrs. Barbecue, thank you. Can I just say thank you? Your series brings me so much joy. I'm gonna keep it so real with you. Those four are the ones that I watch the most, but all these other ones are amazing too. Roll for Pizza by Frog's Tea is on a bit of a break, but watching the pizza go into the oven, so satisfying. I don't think I ever saw a yucky pizza be made in that series. I would eat any of them, especially the ones made with the peanut butter sauce. I can have peanut butter on savory shit. I know that's nauseating to some people, but like that's like my favorite thing. Frog's Tea also does a mini-series called Roll for Gender. I say mini-series, but AJ has 11 episodes of Roll for Gender. I like it a lot. We see what pronouns, different types of expression in the vibe. And then in the end, AJ puts on an outfit. It's really a fit check, but also part of AJ's queer gender content, which I love. You know I love that, come on. Next we have Roll for Latte by The Coffee Slurp. I think there's been multiple Roll for Coffees, but as far as I know, this is the one that's the most long going, and also my fave because I love this coffee drip. It's the most satisfying part. I want a bougie coffee maker so bad. If there is a longer series of Roll for Coffee, I apologize, the TikTok search feature is actual ass. I forgot to mention this, but a lot of the Roll for series will also announce what dice set they're using. I don't do that because I only have one set of dice. Wait, Athena, you have your own Roll for series? Yeah, spoiler alert, wait till the end. And look at their rolling tower. I think this is 3D printed. They're all just so cool. They're so cool. Next we have Roll for Cocoa, which is surprisingly a totally different vibe. The thing I love so much about Roll for Cocoa is the calming vibe. I would end my day with a Roll for Cocoa. I don't want to spoil every single roll in every single series, but once again, third time's a charm, links below. I just discovered Roll for Sushi today. I think it's one of the most popular ones. Me personally, I don't like fish. So you see how there's a conflict of interest here. But the host, Photogami, is so incredibly charming. Even though I just started today, I'm going to have to watch more. I love seeing the technique of putting the rice and meat in this compactor presser thing. Photogami also has another series called Roll for Spam Musubi. He makes spam look so delicious. I've actually never had spam. Spam the comments with spam propaganda. I don't know. The way he prepares it, I genuinely really want to try it. I'm not sure if this series is still going, but Roll for Chinchilla Bath? I love chinchillas. If I didn't have 3 cats and I also had more knowledge of chinchillas, I would get a chinchilla. But the one thing you need to know about chinchillas is that they take dust baths. They roll around in it. It's super cute. The TikTok user ChinPals, who created this series, has 5 chinchillas. I don't have a favorite. Don't make me choose. I will cry. I'm getting giddy talking about this. Do you see this? The first thing they roll for in Roll for Dust Bath is which chinchilla. The only thing I dislike about this series is they roll for amount, and sometimes it's really little. And it's so sad seeing the little chinchilla try their best with like half a teaspoon. They deserve better. And I know that ChinPals gives them a proper dust bath afterwards. And I actually don't know how much is even necessary. In the latest Roll for Dust Bath, we got a real treat. Look at him rolling around in this, what looks like a mini desert of dust. The latest one is back in May, so I hope they're still doing this series. My friend Rachel introduced me to Roll for Glitter by Face Candy Jenna. It's a glitter cream, and I remember she used to go on live and sell these Roll for Glitters. It's been a while since the last one, like Roll for Dust Bath. I really hope she's continuing. There were some really cool combinations. Roll for Soda is made by TikTok user Pick Me Up Zach, who's also the owner of Pick Me Up Drinks, which is how I assume he has access to all of these syrups and different things to mix into sodas. This is another one I just discovered today. I can't wait to binge it. Sometimes there are energy drinks. The most recent one I watched was a strawberry Red Bull, I believe, but the syrups were more desserty. There was butterscotch, but by the end it almost turned into a cream soda. I would try it. This is the one thing I hate about these series. After I see it, I wish I had taste-o-vision. Matt Pat promised me this would be possible one day. Roll for Ramen by Reckless Ramentic. Amazing name. He mixed grape Hawaiian punch into the hot ramen water, and it was good. Sometimes I don't trust you motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to try this for myself. There was hot dogs at the end. Again, he enjoyed, and I'm not knocking on it, but mini roast. It does remind me of those 1950s recipe of the sausages in the Jell-O. You know what I'm talking about? Next one I've been the most excited to talk about, you'll see why in a second. It's Roll for Reading by Lily Paper's Library. I discovered Roll for Reading through Roll for Sandwich. She sponsored an episode of Roll for Sandwich where he showed what was inside his book box. Basically, Lily Paper's Library assembles a book box of different things for us to order. I think you know where this is going now. Look at that adorable packaging tape. Let's open it together. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see the book first. Witness to a potential crime. Desperate to be believed. Known for being unreliable. Let's see here. The Girl on the Train by Paul Hawkins. Every day the same Rachel takes the commuter train every morning and night. Every day she rattles down the track, flashes past a stretch of cozy suburban homes, and stops at the signal that allows her to daily watch the same couple breakfasting on their deck. She looks forward to it. She even starts to feel like she knows them. Jess and Jason, she calls them. Their life, as she sees it, is perfect. Not unlike the life she recently lost. Okay, Rachel sounds like a creep. I will be sure to review this book along with other books I bought on TikTok in a big old book review I'm gonna post here on the second channel. Let's see what else I got. We got this adorable coffee ghost bookmark. This is perfect for me. And perfect for the spooky book we got. We got 2 highlighters. Very nice. You see the colors? They leave a lot of annotating material. Let's see how much I got on the Dum Dum roll. This is very important, okay? 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I did the best, actually. I think that's as high as it goes. I might be wrong. Last up. Oh, yes! Oh, I almost forgot. We get tea and cocoa. So I got... I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a complainer, but this is what I was afraid of. I got hazelnut cocoa, which will be great for me. Ben cannot have it, as Ben is allergic to hazelnuts. I thought it was gonna be something we could share, but we cannot. He can have this black tea sachet.
Sachet away.
Oh, we got some beautiful autumn colors. I forgot it came with the recipe, too. Easy blueberry monkey bread. I love monkey bread! How did you know? I'm shaking. I'm genuinely so excited. Okay, this is awesome. Look at these, like, gorgeous neutrals. You wouldn't think about it for me, but it matches the book perfectly. Like, everything I got matches the vibe. Now, for my series, Roll for Makeup. I only have 4 episodes up. These are the looks I've done so far. My favorite was the 420 look, which I called Willy Zonked. I feel like I rushed through these because I really want it to fit in a YouTube short, but let me know, maybe I'll make a compilation of the full episode so I don't have to rush, because TikToks can be 10 minutes long now. I don't know if you know that, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I think I'll post compilations on here. I want to do them more, but I'm so busy with my main channel uploads that I don't get to do this as much as I want. But I'm doing it right now, so let's do it. Welcome back to Roll for Makeup. I bought these dice just for this. I really want to play D&D at some point, but I have kind of a embarrassing first story about my first time playing D&D. I'll tell you that in a second. First, let's roll for a theme. We got 1. Figure it out as you go. Great, awesome. No guidance. Now that the stakes are high, no guidance. Next up. My first time playing D&D was during the pandemic, and I was a different person back then. The first day of the campaign, I got so drunk, I didn't know what I was doing, and I ruined it for everyone. Sorry. Next up, roll for base. Odds for my skin tone, even for color. We got colorful foundation. Let's roll for it. I was hoping I'd get that. So fun. I'm hoping to not get reds or oranges because they're impossible to take off my skin. Let's see. 8, which is blue. I just used my fingies. I'm blue and I would beat up a guy. Blue man group, more like the blue girl group, am I right? Up top. I left my eyes open and my lips open because eyeshadow and lipstick is a roll, of course. Let's see how many eyeshadows I'm doing. 4, great, good, good. Which eyeshadow palette? I had to change my last option because I don't live with my mom anymore, but we're gonna go with, oh no, colorful foundation. Let's go back to that colorful foundation page and roll 4 fucking times. 7, green, that actually goes with it. Let's go, another time. 1, clown white. Okay, actually, okay. Red, no. Clown white. Okay, so it's really 3 colors. It undid it. Let's start with the white. It feels awful on the eyelids. It looks a little chunky, am I right? Ew! And the red's gonna look like shit. Oh my god. What flag is this? What flag is this? Bulgaria. Let's see if a colorful eyeliner will pull this together. 3, we're gonna go with eyelashes. That could be cute. Let's see what color. Yellow. I've rolled eyelashes so many times, I feel like. I think it looks better with the lashes, believe it or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see what we're doing on the face. Is there going to be a contour or a blush or a highlight? It's 3. Blush. I don't want to put my blush stick on this face. It's going to ruin it. Okay, blush. I would have never done this for myself. I obviously would have chosen a different eyeshadow. Can't believe I'm doing this all with foundation. Oh. The way I had to do blush almost created a contour. I think it's really cute, dare I say. Lastly but not leastly, we got a roll for lip. And we got, what the fuck is that? What is that? Queen Cosmetics. Unfortunately, Queen Cosmetics is kind of the last thing I wanted because it doesn't have a color, and I really wanted a color like a red or a green or literally anything else, but let's see how this looks. Frick! I wish I got anything else. I would have changed the lip color to fit the more colorful theme, but I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I really don't hate it. I just don't like it either. And I'm gonna call this look Bulgaria. Calling it here for today, folks. I think if I were to add anything else to roll for makeup, I would like roll for crown because I got a couple of crowns. Maybe roll for like accessories like jewelry and outfit. But the more I do this, maybe the more I'll add. And the more time I have to do it, the more I'll add. The face feel of this is disgusting. It actually feels disgusting, but I actually don't hate it. I don't know why on my first roll for makeup, I made this. And so far, that's been one of the strongest looks, and I rated it a 5. If I had to rate it now, I'd rate it a solid 8.5. Don't know what was up with me. My standards were way higher. Alright, have a great day. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to Amima P and over on Athena P too, because we're doing some fun stuff over there. Like my Lin-Manuel Miranda essay that's coming out on Saturday.